The HBL PSL 10 rocks and rolls into the match number 8, live from the National Bank Stadium, Karachi. It is, of course, the hometown heroes, the Karachi Kings, taking on the Quetta Gladiators. What a wonderful match we have to look forward to this evening. Hello and welcome to the Pitchside Studio, bringing you a massive match of HBL PSL. But just before we start today, I want to say a massive congratulations to the Pakistan women's team qualifying for the World Cup. Wonderful work by the girls, Fatima Sana and her crew, winning all 4 matches in Lahore. It's been a wonderful effort by the girls, and we're so excited to see you contest the World Cup later on. Big congratulations to everyone there. But we do have a massive match to look forward to in terms of this competition, as we welcome in JP Dumini, looking marvellous in his kurta, and of course Wasim Akram was. What do you make of the Eastern get-up, hey?
That's definitely him. It suits him. You know, and you got the wrong mail. You meant to wear this on a weekend.
Oh, it's a weekend.
He was so excited he couldn't wait to wear it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shalwar, apparently.
Yep.
Kurta shalwar.
Kurta shalwar. You look sensational. I mean, welcome to this edition of the tournament as well. We know you've played for Islamabad United, been in the com box. How have you found your time so far?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's good to be at pitchside with you guys and talking a little bit about the game. It's an exciting game here at match number 8. So looking forward to this one, Wes.
And what's the difference between sitting here and sitting in a dugout as a coach?
The nerves are a lot more in a dugout, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't have a lot of say in the way things happen.
Exactly.
As you would know with Karachi.
Over here, you just come, do your job, and go home.
You put it down, and you're not emotional with it. That's beautiful.
And I've been hanging out with the National Papi, also known as Shanira Akram, today. Had a very special visit to a beautiful hospital that she's on the board of, Waz. Tell you what, wonderful work that everyone's doing, and wonderful to spend some time with everyone's favourite auntie.
Yeah, absolutely. She visits that hospital regularly from last 11 to 12 years, and all the doctor is more involved, the local government, everybody, and it's free for children. And children come from interior Sindh, for in fact all over Pakistan. So anybody who wants to donate anything, please donate it to NICH, National Institute of Children Healthcare. It's very important that जो हमारी future generations and our future generations should be, I suppose, healthy. That's important.
Over
so well
a
done,
million,
girls.
over 1 million children helped every single year, free of charge. But of course, we are here for the HBL PSL. Let's take a little look at the points table as to how things sit heading into match number 8. And if you're a United fan, you are very happy with that 3-0 situation sitting pretty at the top of the table. But look at Quetta and Karachi in 3 and 4. This is a very important match for them, JP. You're going to want to keep that winning momentum. 1 win, 1 loss for each side.
Yeah, and particularly with the fact that they both come into this game with a loss. So they want to certainly give opportunities for their team to create some momentum and confidence once again. So it's a good batting surface generally here in Karachi, as we've seen now. 3 out of the 4 innings have been north of 200. So you got a great opportunity now to set the record straight, and particularly for Karachi Kings with a 136 in their last game.
Great opportunity for the Karachi bowlers to try and bounce back after a difficult performance, though. They've conceded a lot of runs as we take a little look at Hassan Ali, who was the standout performer, was in a difficult bowling unit the last couple of games, but 4 for 28. What did you like about what he brought to the game?
I think, to starters, his confidence is back. We all knew he had full of his plays with passion, with enthusiasm, the way he fields, the way he celebrates. But getting 4 wickets early on in the tournament is always a huge deal as a bowler. And of course, if he's confident, he'll get wickets. And if he gets wickets, Karachi Kings will do well. That's the idea. But yeah, he's in good nick and good start by him.
And how about those celebrations, JP? Very heavily strapped bowling arm there, but he was throwing it around, no worries, enjoying those celebrations. We don't want him to lose an arm or do an injury. There he is, jumping behind us in the studio. Take a little look at this. What celebration have you got for us today, mate? 3 times, he reckons, another 3 wickets. How good. What an absolute joker he is.
He certainly is, and is great value, particularly for the HBL PSL. We love the entertainment, and let's hope we see it again today.
Absolutely. Well, time for the all-important toss coming up, though, of course. What are each of our captains going to do? They're standing out in the middle right now with Sikandar Bakht. Let's get to that toss.
All right, welcome to the toss. It's one of the big encounters here in the HBL PSL Season 10. It's Karachi Kings versus Quetta Gladiators. David Warner here, Saud Shakil here, and our very own favorite Roshan Manama has joined us. So it's the exchange on toss, and I think Warner has the coin.
Tails.
Tails is the call.
Sorry.
He's gone far away. It is heads.
We're going to bat first.
David, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a bat first.
Okay, so quick one. Now, you played 2 games over here, but just get a feeling you're still searching for that 11 that you want to carry forward with the next game.
Yeah, look, it is. And I think with this surface being used a couple of times, it might hold a little bit in the surface. It looks a little bit dry. We saw last game when it was this windy, there wasn't much dew. So that's why we've opted to bat. But forced changes tonight with Milne out. He hurt himself in the outfield the other day. So Mazula, he makes his debut tonight, and Jamal comes back in. Nabi comes in as well.
Wow.
And there's one other. There's too many changes.
Okay, so now 2 games have gone by, a win and a loss. Areas that you'd like to fine-tune?
Look, I think for us it's that middle phase with the ball, and then with the bat it's trying to get off to a good start in the first 6 in the power play, and then setting that up for the back end. We saw in the first game, two batters in can win you the game. So that's what we're trying to focus on tonight, is partnerships, both with the bat and the ball.
3 200 scores here on this trip. Now, what score are you looking at? What's the safe zone?
Yeah, look, I think anywhere over 180 is probably a very good total. I think this wicket might take a little bit of spin. You've got some bare patches at one end. And if the juice stays away, that's probably going to be the pass score, I reckon, 180.
Okay, go well.
Thanks, mate.
So, looking at the surface, क्या आप भी सोच रहे थे पहले बैटिंग का?
हाँ बिल्कुल, आज मैं ज़्यादा श्योर नहीं था कि क्या करना चाहिए, लेकिन स्टिल अगर मैं टॉस जीतता तो शायद पहले बैटिंग करता.
ओवरऑल जो हमने देखा है अभी टीम्स को, ऐसा लग रहा है कि बेस्ट 11 अभी भी तलाश है उसकी. आप सेटल्ड हैं एज कैप्टन अपने 11 के साथ, या आप सर्फेसेस को देख के एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे?
देखिए, मेरा ख्याल है कि हम टीम्स अर्ली ऑन टूर्नामेंट में यही ट्राई करते हैं कि वो बहुत जल्दी सेटल हो जाए, लेकिन स्टिल मैं अपना राइट कॉम्बिनेशन तलाश कर रहा हूँ. हम कोशिश करेंगे कि मैच को जीतें ताकि हम एक सेटल्ड पोजीशन पे हैं.
चेंजेस लाए हैं कोई 11 में?
बिल्कुल, हम तीन चेंजेस हैं. हम याद तो नहीं है ज़्यादा, लेकिन ये कि 3 चेंजेस हैं.
ओके, वार्नर को लगता है कि 180 यहाँ पे एक अच्छा स्कोर होगा. आपके नज़र में, जो आपने मैचेस देखे होंगे, यहाँ खेला तो है नहीं, क्या लगता है आपको कितना गेटेबल है चेस करने जाएँ?
हाँ देखिए, हम ये पिच बाज़ार देखने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, लेकिन मेरी कोशिश होगी कि हम यहाँ पे उनको ऑल आउट करें. एनीथिंग अराउंड 160 से 170 अच्छा जो टोटल होगा चेस करने के लिए.
चलिए, गुड लक टू यू.
थैंक्स वेरी मच.
All right, so the news from here is Karachi Kings have won the toss. They've decided they'll bat first.
David Warner loses that mo, thinks that's the thing that's stopping him making a few runs, and elects to have a bat first on this wicket. JP, you just said no surprises to you there.
No, I think it's certainly a wear and tear situation, particularly with this surface now. So we had a brief look at it earlier, and there's certainly less grass, so there's some bare patches, and you'd feel that there's probably going to be an opportunity for spinners to really come into the game, and I think that might suit certainly the Quetta Gladiators, particularly with their spin combination. They've got a few wrist spinning options, so that's certainly going to play in their favour.
Mr. Abracadabra Abrar Ahmed, who was so good for them last match. I wonder what he can extract and conjure on this wicket, Wasim Akram. But 7 changes between the two sides today. Is that a sign of panic or a sign of it is early doors? We just want to kind of test our bench strength?
No, it's early doors. Obviously, it's early doors and depends on the opposition, what sort of opposition they're playing against. Karachi, if you talk about Karachi, they know the 3 to 4 left-handers playing for Quetta Gladiator, hence they might bring in the off-spinner in Nabi.
Well, let's take a little look at the Karachi playing 11. 4 changes for them today, Wasim, as you said, and Mohammad Nabi, the experience, he comes back in, but 4 changes. Walk us through them.
Yeah, there are 4 changes. I can't see a monitor from that far, but Jamal is back as an all-rounder, obviously. Then Nabi is there as well, and of course, skipper will open the innings with Tim, and of course he said one of the top 3, and of course this young guy at number 4, he is also a batsman batting at number 4. Shan Musir is probably dropped.
And Riaz Ullah, under 19 player, gets his debut for the Karachi Kings today. Moving on to the Quetta Gladiators, and they've had 3 changes as well, JP.
Yeah, and again, I think it's more horses for courses in terms of, right, let's have a look at the conditions. What do we need? What is going to give us the best opportunity to be successful? we think of their batting sort of lineup, and you know the powerhouse of that middle order in Mendes and Rousseau is certainly going to be something that they want to make sure that they get right. Riley Rousseau, you know, the leading run scorer in the HBL PSL, particularly from an overseas point of view, so he's going to be a key player for them again.
Ali Hajid, another mystery spinner for Quetta Gladiators. Karachi have their work cut out for them. Off to a very short break though here at the pitchside studio. Stick with us, plenty more on the other side. Well, Karachi Kings won the toss, elected to bat first on this surface. Warner thinks a little bit of spin, but let's see what Waqar Yunus thinks. But first, it's Mike Hazeman.
Right, as we sweep in and have a look at this surface, the two pitches that have been used throughout this tournament in Karachi, the HBL PSL, that track is going to be used for the last two games, back-to-back games, and that's Australian soil on there, so that's going to be interesting to see. Perhaps there's going to be a small bounce, we understand. That means that this track is going to be used for the third time in 3 games. Now that's okay, because there's been some rest in between the games, and obviously the ground staff had a chance to get on and just to freshen it up and get ready. But what I want to do is point out a couple of things that happened in the last game, in the second innings in particular. Rashad Hussain, spinners got involved. Look at this, Rashad Hussain, the first 3 deliveries he bowled, that turn is reasonable. Don't make any mistake, that's reasonable. When we get to 4, that's big, 5 degrees. And then 5 degrees with 5, and 6 with 6. So that's extraordinary stuff. So that is in the second innings, and there was no dew in that game at all. That's why they had more grip in that game. In the first game we had here, there was dew, so the spinners had a bit of a problem, but no dew in the second game, and he ripped it, Hussain, and bowled beautifully. The other thing I want to highlight is the fact that there was a variable bounce in the last game as well. Short deliveries, a couple of balls flying through, and then obviously a couple of deliveries just taking a little bit low from the short length as well, but it doesn't make it easy for the batsman. So that again is in the second inning, so it's interesting to see what's going to be happening again in this game, because obviously a little bit of wear and tear on the surface, and obviously it's allowed to change. The characteristics can change, so the batsman gets tested a little bit more. Now, we didn't have any dew in that last game. What do you think about the surface? You've looked at it, had a good look at this at the moment. What are your thoughts?
I think it played quite nicely in the last 2 games. Yes, there's a little bit of up and down for the pacers, and for the spinners got a little bit more spin for the pacers, and that is due to this area. You know, when you're batting this end, this area around here, it was bare on the first day also, but it was a little bit harder. Now it's just sort of crumbling a little bit because the sun has been on this surface. So there's still a grass on the pitch, which is not gone anywhere. So I feel it's going to be still a very, very good batting pitch, but the wrist spinner is going to play a big role.
Bit of a breeze, by the way. That might keep the dew away today. We'll have to wait and see. The Gladiators had 3 spinners in their last game. I reckon they'll like this surface as well. It looks okay, though. It's going to be fun to watch.
A little bit in it, say the boys. I wonder what our experts think in our expert prediction what a good first innings total is.
Yeah, I think about what David Warner spoke about. He said that 180 at the toss was probably going to be par. You think about the last 3 out of the 4 innings, as I mentioned, we saw north of 200. Now, it is a little bit, as we said, wear and tear. It's the 3rd game now on this particular surface. So I tend to agree with David Warner. I think 180 is going to be really, really competitive, particularly with the fact that the second innings is where you actually find the spin more often.
What would you be comfortable with, Waz?
Look, I support Karachi Kings, so ideally it should be a 270. Karachi's batting first, that would be the safest score. But on a serious note, coming back, I think 170, between 170 and 180 could be a good total to defend. Prior, there is no dew and it's breezy, so I doubt there'll be dew tonight.
There we go. That was our expert prediction. I tell you what, these two sides, when they go head-to-head, it has been one-way traffic. Let's take a little look now at how they fared. Now, when these two sides come head-to-head, overall, it is one-way traffic for Quetta across Karachi. In the last 6 matches, they've only managed to win 1. Is that something that comes into your mind, Waz, when you're siding up against other sides?
Nowadays, there's so much cricket going on. Players have no idea what happened 2 days ago. And they are not going to remember what happened last year or year before or year before. They move on very quickly, and that's what you do as professional sportsmen.
You do have to think a bit like a fish in this format of the game. That was our head-to-head. Yeah, building up to the all-important match, a little bit of treatment happening on the field there. Are you excited for this one, JP? I feel like it's a really important match in the context of this tournament.
Yeah, I think from a Karachi point of view, particularly playing at their home venue, they certainly want to get on a little momentum run. And obviously 1-1 so far. They've still got a couple of games here over the next couple of days. So you think about the momentum, particularly in the middle phase of the tournament. This is a great opportunity for them. Quetta Gladiators as well. Both teams coming into this game with losses. So a very, very important game for both teams. Yeah.
What do you make of this Quetta side?
Look, it's early days. It's the both teams are playing their second game. They won 1, they lost 1. They're on 2 points, and they're playing the third game. But this is the game where any team will win today. They'll get that confidence or momentum before going into the next round as well. But I think it's a beautiful day, perfect weather for cricket, and I think it should be a cracker of a game.
We talk about the power play being incredibly important. Whoever wins or loses that, it can be crucial for Karachi particularly. They keep losing early wickets up front, JP. Just quickly, what do you think the boys can muster today, batting first?
Yeah, I think importantly, in the nature of the surface and what they've spoken about, they certainly want to get that power play off to a good start. So, you know, obviously David Warner would be somebody that is chipping at the bit for an opportunity to get some runs as captain. So hopefully he can do that as well.
Yeah, we cannot wait to see what happens building up to this all-important match number 8 of the HBL PSL. So Viv Richards is in the house. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that huddle, to hear what the great man has to say, to pump up his troops. They're up against it though. Karachi Kings at home. What can they muster? Well, stick with us because ball 1 is happening right on the other side of this very short break.